y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Kia Simone. We got to go over these episodes of these shows real quick while I try to get my end of year stuff together. I'm trying to prepare for new content. I mean, since every damn body on Bravo getting locked up, it seems like now I'm about to try and figure out something else to talk about because everybody down there doing the jailhouse rock. So let's just get into this episode. So this week's episode picks up with Jacqueline ambushing Karen's party. She shows up with 8 balloons to represent each of Karen's 8 charges. Now, if Karen had got a 9th charge whooping her ass, I wouldn't have said nothing. Karen, of course, jumps up to put Jacqueline out. Mia is trying to defend Jacqueline. Karen is cursing Mia out. Ray is being top flight security of the world trying to escort the lady out. Mia finally gets Jacqueline outside of the party and they're out there talking about Karen like Karen is the problem for not allowing Jacqueline to ambush her event. Mia is saying something about Karen can say she's gonna call the cops, but I mean, she can't even have you trespass. She doesn't own the place. You're renting this place. I mean, my God, lady, sit down somewhere. Ma'am, I know you ain't talking. When you went and invested tens of thousands of dollars into renovating a rental property that you had to move out of and have had to move out of every property since, didn't buy y'all nary a damn house, and you talking about who don't own what, please just see. Now, while Mia was walking Jacqueline out, Ray was following them to make sure they got escorted out. Well, Karen done called him to come back and take your arm from around her, and yeah, she trying to make sure this young thing ain't trying to take my man, but Karen, you took your eye off Ray too damn quick, because Ray, let me tell you something I noticed about Ray. Ray gets real spry around young, attractive women. Half the time when Ray is with Karen, he gives a little confused, a little, I'm old, I'm worn out, I'm tired. I don't know what's going on, except very much leave me alone. But this man is quite alert. He saw the mermaid tail come off in the pool, but did somebody lose their tail? You about to lose yours as soon as your wife catch hold of you. He over there telling the damn mermaids Karen done hired for entertainment. Like, yeah, I meant to get in the pool with you, but you know, we lost track of time. We got off schedule with that whole intruder thing. Meanwhile, Karen and they're trying to run her party about where's the macaroni out there being served by Ray. Mia comes back in and she approaches Karen about, I don't want you to feel disrespected. Karen told her, get the hell out my face. Just go somewhere. How would you feel? So Karen dismisses Mia and they sit down to have lunch. Well, as they're sitting down for lunch, Ashley asked Mia, how did Jacqueline feel leaving? She said, oh, she's fine. So Stacey asked Mia, did you know that Jacqueline was coming here today? And Mia says, well, I mean, she mentioned that she might stop by because she was in the area and I told her I wouldn't stop her. Karen said, yeah, she knew she was coming. Now, this is where Stacey started to get on my nerves. And this is where you can see she's a little bit two-faced because Stacey pretended to be so offended that Jacqueline would ambush this party, that she would be handing out balloons, saying that these balloons represent Karen's charges. And I mean, why would she do something like that? But fast forward, not 5 minutes into this scene, she's laughing and talking with Mia about them going on this trip to Panama. And is Jacqueline coming? The same that you was just offended about? Next thing you know, they wrapping up lunch and Mia is unwrapping her ass. She's taking her skirt off about nobody comes to the pool party to not get in the pool. Wendy over there about look at Mia, and then she remembered her husband was there. She said, no, don't look at Mia. So we move on and we see all of the ladies heading off to Panama, where they arrive and find out that Wendy has booked them at a resort that is 2 hours away from the airport. Well, you know they can't go long without some drama. With 20 minutes into the ride, here goes Stacey with her bullshit. She's asking Karen if she enjoyed her event. Did it turn out like she wanted it to? Karen said, yes, it was lots of love. So she asked Ashley, she said, Ashley, why are we talking about events? What were you saying about your spidey senses going off about TJ at one of these recent events? What you were saying, you felt kind of funny about him? Ashley's looking like, yeah, I don't know why your spidey senses ain't going off. Well, Ashley tried to be nice about it. Ashley said, well, yeah, I feel like there's not really as much chemistry between you guys. I mean, at least we don't see it. Kiana tried to step in and defend her and say, well, I thought he stepped it up a little bit, and they showed that he actually kissed her in front of the group at this whole little love event that Karen had. Stacey said, but y'all made fun of that. Y'all said it was a Christian kiss. What's a Christian kiss and what's wrong with a Christian kiss? Like, lady, like, look, get over it. Don't make this your personality. What they mean is he kisses you like he don't really like you, like I'm trying to pretend that I'm interested in you in a romantic way, but I'm using this whole I'm a devout Christian as a cover-up to buy me some time because you ain't what I really want. And she starts giving this Bill Clinton speech to them about, while I think he's a great guy and I love him and yada, 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 I've made it very clear that I'm not in a position to have a romantic relationship with another man at this time. Ma'am, what you made clear is that this man that you're interested in a romantic way seems to only be interested in you in a platonic way, but he's standing in your life in a romantic role. That's what you told us. Well, Karen called bullshit because apparently she can call bullshit on any damn body but herself. Karen said, here's the thing. When you came around this group, you came around telling us how you were seeing this guy, how he loved you so much, he was this great guy, and then you brought him around the group, and the energy didn't seem to match the description. Stacey says in the confessional that I feel like at this point, we're moving from concern to ridicule. I mean, what is this? It's them answering your question. You started this shit. You couldn't sit on your hands. You couldn't play the quiet game long enough for y'all to get to the resort. You insisted on asking them, so what did y'all mean when y'all were saying stuff about me and TJ? And now when they telling you what they mean, this seems like ridicule. No, you asked. I cannot stand people who ask for input. They'll ask, what do you think? And as soon as you tell them what you think and it don't align with what they think, it doesn't make them feel good, then all of a sudden it's a problem. Well, go to hell. Well, fast forward, they're about an hour and 45 minutes into the trip to the resort. And Mia comes out of nowhere about, I just want you ladies to know that I'm proud of you ladies, especially the ones who have gone through a divorce. We're all in this together because, I know how difficult this is. Girl, go to sleep. For some reason, Ashley starts announcing that she's sleeping with the guy that she brought to Karen's event that she met at the speed dating thing. Everybody acts all shocked. Why are we pretending to be shocked? This is what Ashley's hobby is, sleeping with new people. Like, just when did I know you ain't around here with the T-Boo Jack Harlow? Ashley said, well, she like her little knockoff Jack Harlow. She said she ain't like nobody this much since Michael. That's probably a red flag, girl. So once they're in the resort, Wendy starts assigning rooms, and of course she assigns the rooms based on drama. She got Karen and Jacqueline in the same villa, knowing they ready to tear each other's heads off. They change and go to dinner, and at the dinner there's this performance, and part of the performance is some man dressed up as the devil who comes out dancing. Well, he gets to dancing with Karen, and they said, well, I guess he knew exactly who to gravitate to. Karen said, well, that's because there's darkness upon me. Well, ma'am, I don't think that ain't how you want to be saying that shit. She said there's darkness upon her because the darkness is being projected upon her from the likes of Jacqueline. Now, Jazelle jumps in with her day late and dollar short reactions. I don't understand what the hell she got going on where you want to curse people out a week after they done said some shit to your face. She starts explaining to Jacqueline how what she did was so out of line that, first of all, I didn't realize that you came there with those 8 balloons about her 8 citations, and you came to her home with that. That is fucked up. Ashley said in the confessional that Jazelle is full of shit and sudden amnesia. She said, does Jazelle not recall that me, her, and Robin went to a certain someone's house, the same someone? We went to Karen's house in the middle of the night, delivering pizzas, trying to see if she lived it. Does she not remember that? Well, Jacqueline starts out with some bullshit speech about, y'all didn't allow me to speak from the heart. And the reason I came with the 8 balloons for the 8 citations is that we were going to release the balloons to release those citations. So is that why Mia was cackling when you were handing out the balloons talking about the 8 citations? And why would you force your way into an event to help someone with an emotional release after they told you they don't want your ass there? Release your damn self. Jacqueline said, of course she cares, because deep down inside, she and Karen share a bond that they've built over time. Giselle said, what the hell are you talking about? Because Karen don't want to be around you. I said, not Giselle defending her new sidekick. Jacqueline said the only intention she had when she showed up was love and light. Karen said, well, it was not received that way. Jacqueline said, well, she can receive it however she want to receive it. I know how the hell I was trying to give it. Well, you should have kept it. Karen said, well, I got something for that. She said, first of all, I want you to know that you trespassed at my home, and I take my security and the security of my family very seriously. So just so you know, I've started pressing charges on you. Karen said she won't be the only one getting dragged up and through the courthouse. Jacqueline said, you gonna press charges on me for coming with some pink heart-shaped balloons? Karen said, I don't give a damn what your intentions were. Whatever they were, they failed miserably. And not only were your intentions bad, so was the action. She said releasing balloons into the atmosphere is illegal. They busted out laughing because they said, Karen, do you remember that you took this whole TV show down to Surrey County to watch you release a bundle of balloons? See, this is why you can't take Karen serious. Karen just says whatever she thinks sounds good coming out of her mouth, and half the time it don't make no damn sense. Now Karen's sitting in the confessional about to arrest her, clankety clank. Yeah, I bet you ain't saying that shit now. I bet that shit ain't funny. Now, that shit is not hitting like you thought it was going to hit that. It's, ooh, Lord. They asked Karen, what exactly in the hell are you pressing charges for? Karen said, well, they're looking into the charges, but if I could press them, they pressed. Karen clearly lives in an alternate reality where she is queen and everybody else is some minion or peasant, and she just makes up the rules as she goes. This is some wild shit. So they asked Jacqueline, how did you even know where Karen lived to show up? Did Mia tell you? Mia, no, I did not. They played the clip of Mia at the damn lunch saying that she talked to Jacqueline. Jacqueline mentioned that she might stop by because she's in the area, and I told her I wouldn't stop her. Mia is a dangerous bitch. Mia's the type of bitch that'll set somebody up and then act like she didn't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know who these people are. I don't know how they got the address here to come rob you and knock you upside your head. Jacqueline said, well, you know what, Karen? I apologize for showing up to your home and for trespassing, but I will not apologize for the message that I was bringing because it was positive whether you received that or not. Karen said, well, it's not about whether I received that. It's about whether that was the platform for you to do that. So they start going back and forth in the Victim Olympics, and Jacqueline is saying, listen, I don't need to hear anything else you have to say. You dislike me and hate me just like Diablo over there, and I'm fine with that. I accept that. Karen carrying on about, it's not about disliking you. It's about the safety of my family. So Stacey is asking Jacqueline, how did you even know where Karen lives to show up in the first place? Jazelle is in the background saying, of course, because Mia told her, and Mia saying, no, I didn't. So they asked her in the confessional, no, I didn't give her the address. Girl, just damn girl. So Jazelle says in the confessional, why would Mia put her girlfriend up to do this? Why basically wouldn't she do her own dirty work? And then she said, this person that you're becoming, I don't recognize. Girl, just cut the shit. There is no this person you're becoming. This is the person Mia has been. The same person who threw a drink on Wendy and y'all just, just go dry off. The same person who was talking about swinging from chandeliers and other people's husbands. Now, when she start dragging your kids, now I don't even recognize you. Jazelle took this opportunity to address 3 weeks later the comments that Mia made about her daughters and sneaking a boy in. Well, Jazelle justifies that by saying in the confessional that she wasn't going to address Mia at Karen's Love Lagoon event because that wasn't the time or place. And this is the first time in the first place that was appropriate to address the issue. That's some bullshit because y'all address anything, any damn where. But for some reason, anytime it's Mia with her antics, everybody is Ray Charles to the bullshit. So Jazelle starts her rant by telling Mia that, first of all, I have 3 teenage girls at home. Now, if they're sneaking in boys, that's par for the course. I was sneaking in boys when I was a teenager. I don't know what you were doing, but whatever the hell you were doing, my girls ain't doing. So, I mean, let's start there. She said, do I portray my girls on social media how I want to portray them? Absolutely. And if they come across as perfect, they absolutely are perfect. Mia said, what I said is we put on social media what we want to put on social media. And you choose to do a highlight reel where you look like you're perfect Betty and your girls are all perfect when in truth, they're sneaking boys in the alleyway. Mia would turn this bullshit from Real Housewives of Potomac to Locked Up Abroad real fast because she'll make somebody beat her. And then Mia goes on to say, I don't understand where this energy is coming from because we already had a conversation about this and you didn't have all this energy then. So Ashley is taken aback that Mia is absolutely remorseless. She is doubling down on this bullshit. And she said, but Mia, you're also putting up a highlight reel. Mia said, yeah, I know, but I'm not putting up a highlight reel and then also questioning what you guys put on social media. The problem is you bring your issues to these people. You decided to have a whole group discussion about how distressed you are and what you're going through with your marriage, with your husband and your boyfriend. And then when you post some shit on social media that directly contradicts the bullshit that you just came and sold us, and we come to you and say, hey, hold on. Remember you was down to the bar crying the other day, talking about how your family done turned into the Addams family. You don't know what's going on. What is this bullshit we just saw on Instagram? Now they become the problem when they question the lie. Like, girl. So Wendy raised the question. Wendy said, I'm trying to understand why when we were in Dominican Republic, when this whole conversation apparently happened, when Jazelle was talking about her daughters and she felt like I was giving a look or making a face in regard to her daughters, she gave me immediate vitriol. I would like to know, why do you not have that same energy for Mia? Jazelle's answer was, well, what I'm not going to do is compare the two of you, because when it came to me and you, Wendy, last year, you and I were not speaking at all. Whereas Mia, I considered a friend, which is why we're having this conversation. That's also why what you just said don't make no sense. Because if Mia is supposed to be your friend and you were confiding in your friend about just raising girls, your friend would turn around and weaponize your daughters or whatever she thinks is sensitive information about your daughters, and you have less vitriol, you have less of a reaction to that than you have to somebody who is making a face and saying not a word during a conversation. You gonna have to explain that shit. So Karen goes to try to make Mia understand, and she said, Mia, what if one of us said something about one of your children? Mia said, well, you already did. And they play the clip that Mia is referencing. And it's the clip where Karen and Jazelle are questioning Mia's parenting. And this is something that irritates the dog shit out of me. I cannot stand it when somebody, this is so manipulative, when you question or critique somebody's parenting and they make that question or critique of their parenting about the child. To say, we saw on the tabloids that your husband was saying that y'all's kids saw you and your married ass laid up in bed with a whole nother man. That has nothing to do with talking about your children. That's talking about what kind of a harlot, scarlet letter wearing heifer you are for a mama. See, and I felt bad for Mia when I first watched that scene, but now I'm so pissed and disgusted with this damn girl. Just Karen said you wouldn't put that bullshit on me. Karen said, yeah, well, we ain't got to say nothing about your kids. You do it enough your damn self. You talk about them bad enough. You represent them bad enough. So Ashley goes to address the lie of it all. Ashley says, see, remember you pulled us all aside at the GNA event, and you gave us this very tearful, heartfelt confession and outpouring of what you were going through in terms of you and Gordon and your relationship. And then the next thing we know, we see you on Instagram shouting out ink for Father's Day, Gordon somewhere in the background. And it was confusing. It made us feel some sort of way. So here comes Jacqueline to the damn rescue about, I just think what it is that Mia's really going through a lot. And a lot of what she's going through, you guys just wouldn't understand. It irritates me to no end that Mia can sit up here and tell any lie she wants to tell. She can say anything she wants to say. She can attack anybody she wants to attack. She can do anything she wants to do. And then as soon as she is called on her shit, all of a sudden she becomes the victim, and oh my God, here come these tears that she can't even produce. So Mia starts with this whole tiny violin pity story about, well, I had a very non-traditional upbringing. I grew up in foster care, and so when Mother's Day or Father's Day comes, I celebrate all my mothers and all my fathers. So if you're in the picture and if you're adding value, then happy Father's Day. So basically, I got a whole bunch of trauma, and rather than going to see the damn lady, I'm going to visit my trauma on my children and keep this going for another generation. She starts with that, I don't want to get emotional, guys, but I'm doing the best that I know how. And every day that I wake up, I get a different version of Gordon, and I don't even know what I'm going to be dealing with. And they all, oh, yeah, we so sorry. She's like, I have to navigate this with my kids according to whatever page Gordon is on. Can you imagine living your life like that? Yeah, I don't buy the bullshit. Here they go with their bullshit. Like, yeah, Mia, that's scary and Karen. But Mia, you're not alone. You just got to let us help if you want the help. Mia just carrying on with the bullshit about, well, I'm just moving into a space where I want to live for Mia. Who the fuck you been living for all this time? Doing any damn thing you want to do, any kind of way you want to do. Who you been living for? And Wendy comes in with the, just tell me where you want me to meet you at. If you want me to meet you at, I'm just going to put out what I want to put out, and I want you to just accept what I put out. Just let us know that, and I'll meet you there. We know, because just a few seasons ago, you was doing the same damn thing, denying and deflecting like a motherfucker. So they wrap up dinner, and we move to the end of the episode, which is the ladies gathering together the next morning to have breakfast. They're getting ready for their day. Wendy is going over the itinerary, and they notice that Mia is missing. Well, Mia is off in her room on the phone with her mother about she left the kids with a nanny. Gordon decided he didn't want the children with the nanny. He wanted the children with him. Well, he came and got the children from the nanny, and then within 24 hours of getting them from their current nanny, drove them 4 hours away and dropped them off with their old nanny. When I tell you I would be under the jail about some damn elder abuse, the way I would turn that motherfucker every which way but loose when I catch hold of his ass. Oh, you crazy? Oh, we all crazy today. Now, it could be me. It could be me. Maybe I don't understand how some of this stuff works. Now, I'm going to say that up front. And I'm going to say that with all due sensitivity, I understand that at the end of the day, regardless of whatever my criticisms are, this is a mother who is afraid, and these are children who are effectively endangered. That's just what it comes down to. My question, brace yourself, because it's going to probably come off insensitive, and y'all might be mad at me. It is what it is. Because it sounds like Mia knew that he was going to this house to get these kids. So my question is, if you were informed that this man, who you have said is highly unpredictable and unstable in terms of his mental health and rash and irrational behaviors, if you were warned or aware that he was going to get these children, were there any measures that were taken to attempt to intervene? And see, this is why, and then once again, it's going to be insensitive, but this is why I have a hard time buying Mia sitting at that table, for example, crying about how difficult it is to raise these children with this man, yada, yada. Because if he's so unpredictable that you would be sitting at this dinner table crying amongst these ladies looking for sympathy, why is he not unpredictable enough to say, somebody call the damn law, because that crazy man, but he going to get my kids in the middle of the night? I'm telling you, the gloves will be off of me. All that bunch of playing like he's a patient and a victim and all this shit. You can be a patient in the infirmary. I'm not even playing with you. Your ass is going to jail. If he has a history of doing things like locking Mia in the closet, like draining her bank account, like going into these fits of anger or rage or control, why would he be trusted with the children? I just wondered, because the way that Mia is telling the story is as though Gordon contacted her and said, hey, I don't want the kids with the babysitter. I'm going to get them. And I'm trying to figure out, if you know that this man is not in his right mind, and he's a danger to you, and therefore probably more of a danger to your children who are even more vulnerable than you. Were there any attempts to intervene him going to get these kids? My thing is, when we get to the point of Amber Alerts and endangering kids, ain't funny and ain't cute. If he is a danger to these children, then you need to scurry your ass on down to the courthouse and get somebody to put that in some paperwork. And if he's going to have visits with these children, allow them to be supervised. Because to pick his children up and drop them off 4 hours away is some wild shit to me. Whatever the reason, even if it is a medically diagnosed condition, he is unfit if he's doing shit like that. And you need to go and press charges, assert your rights, march, picket, go to CPS, dial 911. I don't do something. I don't buy into the whole, well, I mean, I know he's going through something. He has a medical diagnosis. He has an explanation for why he acts the way he acts. So I just gotta let him be crazy around the kids. Hell no. But y'all, that's it. That's all. And I ain't got no more. They can deal with their dysfunction on their own damn time. Let me go try to enjoy a little Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer or something. Thank you so very much for coming down here, listening to me, and letting me get this off my chest. Y'all, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you've not already. And in the meantime, until next time, just like every time, you know I love you and I mean it. And if y'all know, because I be recording these a day or so ahead and it take forever to edit, y'all like pray for me. But if this is the last video I get up before Christmas, if I get it up before Christmas, Merry Christmas. Love you, mean it. Bye.